We absolutely have to talk about what just happened in the NBA last night, bro. I know y'all were expecting this video. Trust me, you're about to get it, bro, because whoa, pause. Pause. So I'm gonna start off with obviously what everyone wants me to start off with. The Timberwolves went up 2-0 on the Nuggets, and they're now going back to Minnesota. So they're about to sweep these boys. Now, I don't actually believe that they will sweep them. That would probably be the most impressive thing I've seen in the playoffs in a long time if they went out here and swept these boys, because it's the Denver Nuggets. Like, excuse me? Like, I didn't even expect them to be down 2-0 at all. I would have been, if you would have asked me, I would have said they would have gone back to Minnesota 1-1 at the very best. I wouldn't have been at all surprised if it had been down 2-0 and then they would have come out of Minnesota 2-2. Brother, they're already up 2-0. If they win game three, it's GG's. Like, if they win game three, it's a foregone conclusion that they're not winning in anything less than 5 games. I mean, anything more than 5 games. Even if they lose game three, it's like, okay, well, you're probably not going to win 2 games at home against 2 games on the road against them the way that they just played y'all while y'all were at home. And in game two, they didn't even have Rudy Gobert, who is the defensive player of the year. They just won by 26 without the defensive player of the year. They said not only did we beat you with Rudy Gobert in the first game, we had a good, fun game. It was just a beating. You just lost. We said now that he just had a kid and he's not even in the state anymore, what we're going to do is we're not just going to beat you without him here. We're going to demolish you and beat you by 26 points on your home floor, and you're not even going to score more than 80 single points. You couldn't get 81? They just held a guy that's about to win his third MVP in 4 years to 80 points in the playoffs in a game two on his home floor without the defensive player of the year who plays his same position. Aaron Gordon led that team in scoring last night. Not even Nikola Jokic, not even Michael Porter Jr., who I believe was 1 for 7, not even Jamal Murray, whose injury is getting more and more concerning by the day. Aaron Gordon was 8 for 14, had 20 points, and was Denver's leading scorer. He scored 20 of their 80 points. He dropped 1/4 of their points, bro. Aaron Gordon did. Nikola Jokic, 4 turnovers, 8 assists to 4 turnovers. Kyle Anderson had 8 assists to 2 turnovers for Minnesota. Kyle Anderson had a better playmaking game than Nikola Jokic did if you look at pure assist to turnover numbers in game two. Now, rebounds, Jokic, 16 boards, great job. I'm not going to hate you at all for that. That's beautiful. You love that. Cat had 12. Carl Anthony of Towns, had 12 boards. What? Like, what is going on? Jaden McDaniels again had a stinker of a game. Again, for the second straight game in this series, and they're up 2-0. He went 2 for 7. Kyle Anderson started, went 3 for 8. But he filled up the stat sheet, though. He had 8 assists, he had 9 rebounds. He filled up the stat sheet for sure. Carl Anthony Towns was 10 for 15 with 27 points and 12 rebounds. Anthony Edwards was 11 for 17, only hit 1 of 4 threes, so dropped 27 points and 7 assists. Naz Reid, 5 for 14, 4 for 8 from 3, 14 points off the bench. Nickeil Alexander-Walker not only played some of the best defense you'll ever see, but came off the bench, played 30 minutes, which was the fourth most minutes on the team. Went 5 for 9, 4 for 7 from 3 with 14 points and 6 boards in that game. Denver got bullied, bro. And I'm seeing memes on Twitter. Everybody's talking about, oh, well, Denver, when they can't play a 7 seed or an 8 seed in the playoffs. Ruh-roh. And I'm thinking about it. I'm like, well, damn. I mean, like, obviously, I don't believe that's true. But like, one hell of a coincidence that the first time they're playing a team that's actually close to them in seeding, just was the 2 seed versus the 3 seed. They are down 2-0 after having the first 2 games at home. Now, I'm not saying anything because this is a different Denver team than the Denver team last year. I'm not saying that it's true. I'm just saying that it is a crazy look that they're now about to damn near get swept after being what most people thought for the entire year was the best team in the West. They're about to get swept in the second round by Anthony Edwards and company. No, Anthony Edwards, Carl Anthony Towns. This whole team is dogs. They had the best defensive possession I've ever seen, and it started with them guarding Jamal Murray full court yesterday. And if you've been on Twitter, you know exactly what position I'm talking about, what possession I'm talking about. You probably saw it over Twitter 5 different times, bro. That was the best defensive possession in the playoffs that I maybe have ever seen, or at least in recent memory that comes to mind. They were cooking them boys on both ends of the floor, and it was sad to see. Jokic, my brother, 5 for 13, 0 of 1 for 3, 16 points, 8 assists, 16 boards. If you're the second option on a team, that is a beautiful game. You're not for the three-time MVP. You want your three-time MVP to do a little better than 16 points. Michael Porter Jr. 4 for 7. He was okay. He was 4 for 12, but he was 1 for 7 from three. So I was right about the 1 for 7. It just wasn't from the field. It was from three. 9 points, 5 boards. Stinky. Jamal Murray 3 for 18. Did not hit a single three. 0 for 4 from three-pointer. Now how you got 13 rebounds, I have no idea. But you didn't even score double digits. Stinky. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope 2 for 6, 0 for 2 from three. You need more production from him, especially with Jamal Murray playing the way he's playing. Same with Reggie Jackson off the bench, giving you 10 minutes, 1 for 6. You need production from him again when you have got guys like Jamal Murray out there playing like homeless people. You kind of need that, and you didn't get it, and you haven't been getting Jamal Murray consistent, good, efficient games this whole playoffs, and it looks like that injury is really, really, like, it's not going to get any better. Jokic was out there looking winded the whole second half. Like, it looked like that defense had that man in a straight jacket. Like, he was out there winded. He was like, man, get me back to Serbia. I don't want to be here. Let them have the series. Like, I'm not doubting his competitive nature at all. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just, making jokes. Like, but, bro, he was out there looking winded. He was out there looking like he didn't want to be there. He was out there looking like, man, y'all can go see Dallas or whoever in the Western Conference Finals because we're done. Bro, they look tired. They didn't even play DeAndre Jordan, who I thought would get minutes because, again, they have so many bigs. Like, I get that you didn't have Rudy Gobert in this one, so they only had 2 bigs instead of 3 bigs, but then you still kind of count Kyle Anderson, so it's like maybe you still had 3 instead of 4. I thought DeAndre Jordan would have had to have gotten minutes in this game, and he didn't, and now that means I expect him to get minutes in Game 3 because it's like, okay, you didn't give him minutes in the first 2 games. You lost. You're not going to do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. I expect him to get some minutes in Game 3, especially with the way Jokic looked winded, and especially assuming Rudy Gobert will be back for Game 3, which he should be. Like, he didn't get hurt or anything. He had the birth of his child. Congratulations to him and his family, by the way. Hope everything's blessed over there. Hope y'all doing well. It's like you're going to have to play DeAndre Jordan some minutes because it's like, well, you've got 3 guys over here that can not only take turns guarding Jokic, they can take turns fouling him if they need to too. And obviously, it's not like they've had any trouble guarding him. Like, yeah, he had 30-something in the first game, but in this game, he had 16 points on 13 shots. Like, it's not like they're getting torn up by Jokic and still winning. It's like, no, they're clamping everybody. And Jokic had a worse game, again, without the Defensive Player of the Year playing. And it's like, what are we supposed to do with this, bro? Like, I told y'all after Game 1, there was a lot more worrying things for Denver than there was, like, in other series where you see a blowout game or where you see the team lose Game 1 at home. There was a lot of things in Game 1 that genuinely worried me about Denver. They didn't fix a single one of those things for Game 2. In fact, it maybe got worse. They might lose in 5 games. They might. I see the homies is out here predicting in the group chat last night. They was predicting 4-1. I was like, I was like, I'll say 4-2 just to give them respect. But like, yeah, bro, GG. Like losing both games at home. Now, if they were down 2-0, but they had played the first 2 games in Minnesota, I wouldn't be tripping at all. To be honest, I wouldn't be scared at all. They lost both games at home. They say the series doesn't start until the road team win a game. Well, the road team won the first 2 games. Yeah, anyway, that's enough with that game. Denver, good luck to y'all. Praying for y'all. Y'all season is over, though. Knicks beat the Pacers 121-117 to take a 1-0 series lead. The Knicks whistle might be the best whistle in the league. That was my only takeaway from this game. The entire last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, the entire thing I was thinking was, there's no way the refs are controlling the outcome of this game like this. I have never in the playoffs, seen refs control the outcome of a game that late, that often in the fourth quarter at all. Now, Jalen Brunson's cooking. He had a 43-point game, whatever. He had 14 for 26, so he was cooking. Don't make me sound like he got all of his points off free throws or anything like that. That's simply not the truth. I just believe that the Knicks whistle is crazy. Let's look at this. So, the Pacers, they shot. Let's look how many free throws the Pacers shot. Why won't it show me? There we go. The Pacers shot 15 for 19 from free throw. The Knicks, 22 for 26. Now, it's not a big difference. The problem for me is that they all came late in the fourth quarter. Now, some of them were intentional late. Some of them were. Like a good probably 4 or 5 of these free throws were intentional. The rest of them were not. Like, that illegal screen call, if you know what I'm talking about, like that Miles Turner illegal screen call was the worst call I've ever seen in my life. And then it got reviewed and stood. I said, in the regular season, I probably wouldn't have even tripped. In the playoffs, you call that and then uphold it? What, bro? And that little Jaylen Brown where he like Jones his head back or whatever. I mean, not Jaylen Brown, Jalen Brunson. Get that out. I said that against the when they beat the 76ers in game 6 that I was like, isn't that foul call supposed to be out of the game? Like, aren't you not supposed to be able to do that? Bro, it's the cheat code of like the playoffs for them right now. Whenever they cannot get any offense, what do? They give the ball to Jalen Brunson and he gets fouled. And like, I know it's a skill gap thing as well, but bro, their whistle is genuinely crazy. Like, it's crazy. It's the craziest whistle I've seen this playoffs, and it's not even close. That beats Phillies. That beats Denver's. That beats everyone else's LA's. That beats everyone whistle that I've seen this playoffs, bro. Like, it's genuinely insane. So yeah, Pacers are down 1-0. Again, I thought this would be a good series. I thought the Pacers had a very good chance to win. They had a very good even chance to win last night's game. I thought they had a very, very good chance to win that. They just didn't. Tyrese Halliburton, you're not good at basketball. 2 for 6. I don't know what you think you're doing, buddy. I'm gonna need you to actually start shooting the ball. You did the same thing against the Bucks, like that whole series almost, where you were just passive, didn't want the ball at all. Can you stop? Like, what do you? Like, I never thought he was as good as most people did, like during that whole in-season tournament run or anything like that. I never thought he was as good as a lot of people were making him out to be. But this is crazy. You should by far be the best player on that team. Why is Pascal Siakam taking 16 shots, Miles Turner taking 16 shots, and Andrew Nembhard taking 10 shots, and then Aaron Nesmith taking the same amount of shots as you and even making one more shot than you? Why is Miles Turner shooting 6 threes, you're shooting 5? Why are you shooting 6 shots, 5 of them are threes, you went 2 for 5? Why do you have 6 points and you're a minus 12, and then you only had 8 assists too? You didn't even get double-digit assists. You literally led the league in assists this year, and you couldn't even get double-digit assists on top of the fact that you only scored 6 points. Didn't get to the free throw line a single time. Do you want to win? Because Pascal Siakam didn't carry you this game. He went 8 for 16 with 19 points. He had a very decent game, but he didn't carry you this game like he had in some of those past games where he was putting up 30 points. Play basketball, brother. I don't know what you want from me. Now, I'm going to say this, going back to the Timberwolves. Right now, they're the best team in basketball. I want to see what Boston looks like without Porzingis against Cleveland. I do want to see what they look like, because if they sweep them without Porzingis the whole series, then I will say that it will be still a good finals. But right now, it looks like we should just hand the Timberwolves the ring today. Like, right now, today, start getting Anthony Edwards fitted for that ring right now, today. Because that is insane. That's all I have to say. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this recap. Hope y'all enjoyed the games last night. Hope y'all liked the 2 games tonight. We got Celtics game on at 6, and then the Thunder game on at, I think, 8:30, something like that. My time. So it's 7 Eastern, 9:30 Eastern, I believe, or 7:10. It's something like that. I don't know. But it's 6. I know the first game comes on at 6 p.m. Central Time. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Stay blessed. Stay praying. Keep God in your life. And don't forget, bro, if you're sinning, if you're falling short with things, if you're struggling with things, God loves you. Keep on fighting, bro. Just do not give up. Please do not give up on that fight. You'll win it. God's got you. I love you. I appreciate you, bro. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if y'all need anything, I'll be in the comments. I'll be in the DM me on Twitter. I'll be there, bro. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Stay blessed, man.